I've been hiding out for a long time. I've lost count of just how long. Days, weeks, maybe even months. While I have time, I'll tell you my story before it finds me. My name is Ryan Everdean. I'm an average guy with no unusual traits or features, except the fact that I have an extreme fascination with all things supernatural, which is what led me to being here now. If you think I'm lying, don't waste your time here. Get out before you've seen my story, before you become its target. Have you ever heard the rule, never go in the woods alone, especially at night? If not, it's likely you knew it from common sense. Hell, I wish I had known better. There's a place in my hometown called the Midnight Circle, a place that is said to be the home of an extremely powerful skinwalker. It's a grove located deep in the mountains, and you'd have to be extremely lost to find yourself there. I, being the supernatural nut that I am, had the great idea to go there late at night alone. Stupid idea, I get it. I had it well planned out, charms and blessings to protect myself, and I almost managed to beat the creature at its game. After many hours of walking, I couldn't find the circle and gave up. I collapsed against a tree trunk and fell asleep somewhere in the woods. I have no idea how long I slept, but when I woke, I was not where I had fallen asleep. I found myself in a grove of trees, and I could hear something at the far end of the grove, but I couldn't see it. A sudden fear took hold of me, and I knew it had discovered me. I heard a rushing noise, and there it was, a terrifying, immensely tall creature. It appeared to be a cross of a minotaur and a dryad, and had holes where its eyes should have been. The creature stared at me and let out a ghastly sound, a screech that I felt in my bones. I see, you don't understand demonic. Nevertheless, I will tell you the same. You have intruded on my domain, and I will now tear your flesh from your bones and make a meal of you. The skinwalker said this in a slimy, foul voice. Who are you? I said, letting the fear take hold of me. I am Oyastrulv, the lord of skinwalkers, the king of wendigos, and the reaper of flesh. The skinwalker was ready to pounce, to tear me apart, but it couldn't, because I had my protections. I began to move my head ever so slightly to look for an escape, but the skinwalker had predicted this. Foolish human, I may not be able to kill you, but you're trapped here. The seventh dimension is my home, and you can never leave. I will not play your games, demon. I will leave this wretched place and never return. I spat back at him. I was growing angry. This is what he wanted me to do. As I looked around, I noticed an area where the darkness didn't seem as dark, and I decided to head there when I distracted it. I shall look for an escape, since you cannot touch me here. The skinwalker did not reply, which made me feel uneasy. My unease grew when the skinwalker drew back and gestured towards the lighter darkness. Be my guest, it hissed, sliding farther away with a grin upon his face. I stood up and looked directly at the skinwalker, maintaining eye contact while heading towards what I presumed was the exit. I stepped through the odd light patch and jolted awake. I had fallen asleep and it had all been a dream, I assured myself. I stood up and began to bolt out of the woods when I heard the bone-shivering cry again. It had not been a dream. I had let the skinwalker into the world, and it would be after me. In my panic, I forgot that a skinwalker can follow you anywhere, in any realm, even through your dreams. I could hear trees crashing to the ground as a new creature formed to chase after me. A giant four-legged beast grew above the trees, and it began to search for me. I kept bolting and came to a road, hoping someone would pass by. To my luck, a truck passed by, and I jumped in front of it. I hopped in the passenger seat and told him I'd give him $100 if he got me to an airport as fast as possible.